All right, first, exploring and trying to get lost in Tonto National Forest. Over 2 million acres of this guy. Was craving red rock, was craving cactus, and was craving forest trees. This place has it all. And it was craving running water. And everywhere within the vicinity of California is under 80 feet of snow. Complain. Wanted to touch base really quick with the main page here. Something that I like to do while hiking or walking. Hiking or walking are not training. As you know by now, if you've been on my page, they're automatic expressions of the training you do. So they are activities you earn through training. But an active life is only healthy to a level that you're able to actually sustain it. Just telling people to be active and then go out and they're active and then they just break that shit apart, break down, injuries all over the place. Now we've got not a good thing. And that's what we have people doing, is mistaking training for activity. And then when that activity can't be done anymore, it's I can't train anymore or be active because of my age or because of my shoes or because of my feet or because of my surgeries or because of my blah, blah, blah. And none of that is true. It's a story you've been told, but none of it is true. So hiking and walking, not training. Activities I enjoy because of my training to a level that I get to because of my daily training inputs. But something I like to do that's also not training while I'm walking and hiking is I like to carry things in my hand. So even though this is a backpack, I put it in my hands for a good amount of the time. Again, that variable is not training as well. It's an automatic, subconscious change that the body and brain have to make together. Thousands and thousands of times over per step. For every joint, every cell of the body basically has to adapt to that variable. And I don't have any fucking idea about it. That's why it's not training. So it's nice because I can throw in a difficulty variable that's not really grabbing my attention. So I'm still able to look around and observe and enjoy the reason somebody would want to hike or walk. It's to get somewhere, to explore, to be adventurous, to break free, to be creative, to test limits, to a level of the result of our preparation and our training. The essential of training, not just activities. So, and it could be anything as small as a pencil. Again, the body is so perfectly adapted and suited that it's picking up on things that we're not even aware of, nor should we be aware of. So if you just throw in one tiny little variable, it could be a twig, could be a stone, could be a cup of coffee, or a cup of not plain fucking water of your choice, or a bag of your goodies. It's a way to throw the body into needing to adapt, challenging it a little more, but you're not aware of it. That's the big thing, because I would not want anything to take away from what I have access to, because this place is magnificent and I want to take it in. I equate it to people who come to these places and treat it as training, or they go on these magnificent walks and jogs and they train and their heads are down, they're just fucking miserable. It's like back in the day when I used to binge drink like an absolute champion and go to concerts. I would be toast, just under a case of beer in for the event. And when I'd wake up the next day or the next morning with whomever, wherever I was, I never remembered the playlist. And it sucked because I would recall some of the concerts I've been to, and they were some of the best ever. There's live recordings of some of the best concerts ever recorded, and I attended, and I don't have any idea. That's what I equate doing that horse shit in these beautiful places. Doing your training as an act, or thinking that you're training as an act of hiking, walking, biking, jogging, all those other things. Because you're just drunk, you don't really remember what you saw or what you had access to. So that's what I equate it to. And I haven't really been back to a concert yet. I think the first sober concert I went to was with Taylor. We went to Coldplay because he said it would change my life, and it did. So no more concerts under the influence. It doesn't make sense anymore. I want to remember the playlist. I want to remember what I see when I go on my hikes and my adventures. And I want to know when I'm dreaming these explorations, I know where I want to go because I know I'm craving movies that involve this type of landscape. So then I just hop in the boom-mobile. 6 hours later, here we are. So there's a little tip for you. Enjoy. Cut. End scene. Cut. Lights, cut. Break, lunch.